I'm Skylar. Let's talk about books. Hello. How's it going? I don't know how to start this video. I'm here to do the tag and my TBR for the stay-at-home reading rush, which I'm super excited about, even though I did find out about it so late because I apparently don't have notifications on for the Reading Rush channel. So I just found out about it today. I'm filming this on the 14th and it starts in 2 days. No, today's the 13th. It starts in 3 days. That's a little better. But I very quickly scrambled together a TBR. So my plan is I will definitely read within the 3 days 2 books. I feel confident in that. I know I can do it. Do I feel confident that I can get more than that done? Not so much. You have to understand that I'm sure you're thinking, you have so much time to just sit and read, don't you? Aren't you bored? Don't you not have a lot of things to do? No, I actually have a lot to do. One of the things I do in my life is that I make cross-stitch commissions, and I actually have a lot of commissions to do right now, so I spend the majority of my time cross-stitching. I also am at home, which I do not get to be at home for long stretches of time like this very often, so I spend a lot of time with my family. I watch my niece a lot. I spend time with my brother, my dad, my mom. I have 3 sisters. I have just a lot of other things to do. And so I actually don't have a lot of time to be sitting and reading, especially when I'm cross-stitching. But the great thing about cross-stitching is that I can listen to an audiobook for that. So that is how I'm going to get one of these books in, at least one of them, if not more. So my plan is to manage to cover the 4 challenges in at least 2 books, and then if I read those 2 easily and I end up having a lot of time for some reason, then I'll read a 3rd book. If I manage to get that one done in a reasonable time, I'll read a 4th book, and I'll read a book for all of them, but we will definitely get 2 done, she said, hopefully. Also, I know this is the exact same sweater you saw in my last video, but it's my favorite sweater, and I don't have that many clothes here, so this is what we got. Okay, so let's get into the tags because Ariel made this a tag video and I'm very excited about it. How's your reading going while staying home? Poorly. Like I just said, I spend a lot of time doing things with other people. Even when I'm cross-stitching and hanging out with my family at the same time, it usually means that we are watching something together, like a movie or a show or whatever. And that's great, it's fun, but it means I'm not, when I had about a week in Chicago before my dad came and got me, where I was alone, and I read 3 or 4 books in that time just because I was just listening to audiobook, immediately starting a new audiobook. And I just crammed them in, but now I'm here and it's not a bad thing by any means, but I'm just not reading as much. I'm not sitting down to read as much, and I don't have as much time to listen to audiobooks. So my reading has actually decreased quite a bit. I tend to read usually on my commute to and from work every day because I have I leave about an hour before work every day and I take public transit normally. So normally I listen to an audiobook or I read an ebook or I read a physical book for an hour to 2 hours every single day at least while I'm on my way to and from work. I don't do that anymore. I'm just at home. I can watch YouTube, and I do watch YouTube, and I watch, other things with my siblings, and I listen to music and various other things. So yeah, I'm still perfectly on track for my reading goal. I'm doing fine. But my reading it's not, I feel like a lot of other people are like, I'm getting so much reading done right now. I've read 12 books this week. That's not me. Where have you been reading at home? I've mainly been listening to audiobooks while I'm cross-stitching. And when I'm cross-stitching, I'm almost always in our living room. So either on my parents' couch or in my dad's armchair. So yeah, I've mostly been reading there. I've also kind of been reading a little bit before bed every day, so I've been reading a little bit in my bed. Best book while reading at home. The best book, I'm still reading it, so it could end up being terrible, but I just doubt it. I've talked about her a few times, but I'm gonna say her name right this time. Karen M. McManus. Okay. I'm reading One of Us is Next by Karen M. McManus. I'm listening to the audiobook. It's the sequel to One of Us is Lying, which I read last year and I loved. And then last month I read her other book that's out, which is Two Can Keep the Secret, which is not set in the same universe as far as we know or anything, but it's also really, really good. And so now I'm listening to the audiobook of One of Us is Next, and I'm going to finish it up before the readathon starts this weekend. But it's, even just so far, it's really, really good, and I'm really, really enjoying it. Sorry, there was no reason for that. But yeah, I'm reading that, and I'm going to finish it soon, and I'm loving it. I love her writing. I just love the way she writes. Which is why I'm also going to pick, this is skipping down a little bit, but pick an author to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to her. I'm going to be one of those people where I've read all of her stuff, like all of her books, and I'm going to keep up with whatever she writes and just shout out to her. Love her work. I also have not done any research on her. I'm now getting anxious that someone in the comments is going to be like, she's problematic. She did this thing. Which, if she did, I'll understand and I'll rescind my praise, I guess, but I don't actually know. So in this moment, talking purely about how much I enjoy her work, love her. Okay, ultimate book. So this is like a book that you think everyone should read. And I've answered this question in the past, but it's like a book you think everyone should read now while quarantined. And so I'm trying to think of something that will make people happy, or, hold on, let me think. What's a book that takes place a lot outside? Hold on. I'm on the hunt. Ooh, yes, okay, so this is a classic. I'm gonna recommend to you one classic and then sort of a series that I just think more people should know about and enjoy. But my classic, right now would be a great time to read The Secret Garden, I think. It has an illness in it so maybe that might be triggering for you. So either definitely read it or definitely don't read it. I don't know. But there is an illness in it for a while. But also, she spends a lot of time outside, and I think that would be good escapism for us all right now. So if you want a classic to read, also totally, like, in my opinion, kid appropriate. I read it when I was pretty young. I probably read it when I was like 8 or 9. So, and it did not scare me at all, which is impressive because everything scared me when I was a child. Sorry, my closet's a little open and it's freaking me out. Anyway, so yeah, that or like Phantom Tollbooth would be great to read right now because that's entirely in another like universe, and that doesn't have anything that I don't think we would be triggering right now with the current world events. So those are both things, or like Alice in Wonderland, I guess, if you want something else that's like high fantasy. Oh my god, my camera's dying. I didn't bring a charging cord to this state. My sister has one. Anyway, moving on. So those are all like sort of more classics that I think would be good to read. Or if you're looking for a nice long series where you can worry about something else, pick up the Young Wizard series by Diane Duane. There are like at least 9 books in the series by now or something. Thanks to my sister being so on top of the series because it's like her favorite series and it's one of genuinely the best series of all time. I've read, I think, everything that's come out for this because she's written some novellas, some of which are longer than some of the actual books because I don't think she knows what a novella is. Diane Duane, do you need help? But it's a really, really good book series, and if you want something that's like high fantasy set in our world but also has like deeper world, if you want good character development, if you want diversity, if you like literally anything pretty much you could think of, it's there. It's really good. And you'll want to get, she did like an updated writing version because the original ones were written quite a bit ago, maybe late 90s, early 2000s. I don't know, I didn't do my research, but she did some where it's like updated writing, you can get them as ebooks, and the writing's so like tight and so good. Yeah, check those books out. Those are my recommendeds. Alright, so a book that right now you wish you could buy or borrow. I don't buy books a lot because I'm #thrifty, but soon soon, or maybe it's already out, I don't even remember, but the new Hunger Games prequel is gonna be out, and I desperately want it. Like, I need to be caught up in the universe that I don't have to think about it. I'm joking. I'm very excited for it, and I do think I will enjoy it? I don't know. Does anyone read the Hunger Games to enjoy it? I didn't read the last one to enjoy it. I was in pain the whole time, but it was really good. I'm not used to people walking around when I'm making videos. I'm used to filming videos in my empty apartment. So it's called The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. I would love to get that. Or really, I would just love to go to a library or a bookstore without planning to get anything and just like run my hands along the shelves and just grab something at random, or just see a cover and have it speak to me, or see a title and be like, oh yeah, I've heard something about that, I should pick that up. Oh, I just miss libraries so much. I miss being in the library so much. I didn't realize I go to the library once a week or more, and I miss it desperately. All right. So that's all the questions, and next we're just supposed to go into our TBR. So the first 2 books I'm going to talk about, and then I'm going to talk about how they could fit for all of them. So the first book I'm definitely going to listen to. It's it's called The Rise of the Ragged Clover, and it's the 3rd book in the Luckily series, which I started listening to. Oh my god, it says I have 5 minutes left on this. It just said I had like 37 minutes left. Okay, we're hurrying up. Okay. So 3rd book in the Luckily series, I've already listened to the first 2 books. Funny story, I found them because I was considering getting Ugly by Scott Westerfield, and then I just scrolled past it and saw this, listened to that instead, then listened to Uglies by Scott Westerfield, then listened to the 2nd book in this series, then listened to Pretties by Scott Westerfield, so they're kind of tied together in my head. Anyway, I'm gonna be listening to that. I have the audiobook on my phone. I'm very excited for it. It has like 6 houses on the cover. I also might be able to use it actually it's just for that one. Anyway, the 2nd book, which I might use for 3 of the prompts, is The Diary of a Bookseller. I think it will definitely make me smile. I don't know for sure because I haven't read it. Set somewhere you want to go. I would love to go to a bookshop right now. I would really, really love that, and it's set in a bookshop. So, and then Read All in the Same Room. I'll read it all in the living room, probably. I have the ebook on my phone. If I finish those 2 okay, I will swap out Read a Book Set Somewhere You Wish to Go with this book, Daughter of Venice by Donna Jo Napoli. Who doesn't want to go to Venice? This is a book that's in my house. Oh my god, I have 2 minutes left. Oh my god. Why is this fading so fast? I'm so stressed. Anyway. Okay, if I finish all 3 of those books pretty okay, I will swap out the Read All in the Same Room with this. This is just the shortest book that I have on my shelf, and it's like 110 pages, and it's called The Transfigured Heart by Jane Yolen, and I think it's about a unicorn, and I haven't read it. All of these are books I have not read yet because I'm trying not to do rereads right now. And that's my video, and my camera is literally about to die. Let me know if you're participating in the reading rush. Oh my god, I have 1 minute left. Okay, happy reading. Bye.